everyone, and welcome to a farm here on a different map. I figured while we're doing the series, Farming in Siberia on the map Baldakina, let's do some farming on a different map. And first, I kind of wanted to show you guys this map and tell you a little bit about it. And I wasn't really sure, to be honest, when I started recording. I'm not really sure of the format of this video, but we're going to feel it out and go. I want to show you some around the map first. So the first part of this video will be about the map and showing you the map. So I will have the name of the map somewhere in the description, undoubtedly, and a link to it. It's called Kandelin, and I think it takes place in Germany. I don't know much about the area, so I'm sure someone can elaborate on that, but it seems like it seems German. And I first heard about this map about a month ago. Here, let me zoom out and show you guys the scope of this. Now, it's on the mod hub, and let me elaborate a second here on this. It's on the mod hub, but I believe it's only PC. Just put that out there right now. It's 985 megabytes. It's pretty big. I have the feeling it's a 4X map. Now, honestly, I can't tell. It is pretty big. It must be a 4X map. I mean, it is pretty good file size. But not only that, these fields are huge, much bigger than I think you could fit on a standard size map. I think it's a 4X map. It's got to be. I'm going to take you on a lap at some point here. I'm going to take you on a lap around this field. This is the biggest field on the map. And there is actually a road that goes from here all the way down around here and up around it. And it's quite scenic because it kind of goes between these two towns here, and you'll see how big these fields are. This field here, this yellow one, I'm going to take you around. I believe it's about 350 or 370 acres. I think it's about 350 acres, which is what, like, I think it's like 140 hectares, which is ridiculously big. And this field here, field 11, is about the same size. It's like 100. Oh, no, yeah, field 11 here is exactly 100 hectares, and then this one's like 140. So yeah, I would think it's got to be a 4X map. I'll take you around some of it and show you around. So I wanted to show you the map there a little bit, and I'll show you around the yard here. So I first heard about Kandelin about a month ago. I heard about it, and I went to look at it on the mod hub, and the file was not there. So I looked at some of the author's comments, and he said that they had to take it down a couple times, I guess, to fix bugs or something. I guess Giants had them take it down for a second until they got fixed. Well, anyway, I think about 2 weeks ago, it went back up on the mod hub. I checked, and it was there. And it's like, oh, this is the map I wanted to see. And it absolutely lived up to my expectations. So here's your farmyard. I guess I should have started. Let me start over here. Yeah, my frames kind of dip here, actually a little bit. The map might be a little steep on the requirements. 985 megs. There's a lot of stuff here, which you'll see, but I'm running it pretty decently. Here is kind of your farm's main, your farmyard you start off with, your main entrance to the road. Yeah, let me show you the property that you own here, because I'd like to do this kind of stuff here at the beginning of the, so you start off owning one little field over here, field 70, which is like 5 hectares or something, I think. And then you have this farmyard where we're driving around now. I'll show you all around that. And you have this 10 hectare field right here, field 55, which is not a bad starting size. 10 hectares, not bad. Whoops, I didn't mean to. And field 9 right there that you own, that's right between you and the shop. All these vehicles here at the shop, these are not yours. They're just showroom vehicles. So yeah, that's why it looks like there's a bunch of vehicles parked there. You don't own those. We'll go down there and check that out. So here is the entrance to your farmyard. I've already changed up my starting fleet. That's why I've got some extra money. I sold off some of the tractors I didn't want, some stuff I didn't want, and got my own. So this is not, what I have here is not representative of the starting fleet tools. Here's the entrance to your little farm, your tractor yard here. Let's go down here. And your house is up here on the right. I'm going to go through these roads. This place is really, really cool. And I'm thinking about doing a series farming here. I have looked for other maps. I've been farming in the on the Baldakina map for quite a while now, and I've been looking for another map to feature, but I really want to find something that's really, really solid and good. Oh, here's the other entrance. This is the western entrance to your farmyard. Then you go up to the house. Your house is right here. And yeah, let's get something a little faster maybe than the tractor. I think I have a truck parked here in the garage. Better to get around the map in a vehicle. So let's get my truck out here. Yep, it's in there. All right. Did I block myself in? Nah, I think we're good. All right. So going down to the store. Down over here. Anyway, oh yeah, you know what? Let's actually take a look around your tractor yard first. It's really cool. This place is like this Swiss Army knife of sheds. When you see the amount of sheds you have here and how each of them has like different entrances and entrances in every place, there's basically a shed here for anything you want to park or any way you want to park it. There's a shed here for it. That's why I called it like a Swiss Army knife of sheds. So right here you have some pull-in bays like this where I have the field tender parked in there. You can see I got a tractor parked in there. Here's just some pull-in ones. And here, this one here is a double door one. So this one here is a double door one for whatever you might want to park in there. And then down here we have actually kind of another entrance indirectly into your tractor yard is right here. So this one, you have two pull-through things and one here that goes directly out onto the street. So that's an interesting kind of shed, whatever you want to park in there, like pull-through stuff. It comes out obviously on the backside of that building around kind of by where we came in. And this building here is where a lot of your stuff is. Let's check that out. Let's hop in the truck here and yeah, I'd like to do some farming here, and I think that's going to happen. I mean, that's kind of like why I'm making this video here. I'm going to show you guys this map, and I haven't even planted my field yet. I'm kind of deciding what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to plant anything this year. I might plant at the beginning of the year. So this first bit right here is where your little garage shop is. You got a pull-through space here, little shoppy right there. There's nothing up there, but you can go up there. Same as in here. This map is very detailed, and you can go in here. You got a little kitchen area, and stuff over there. Your the rest trigger is over at the house by where I parked the truck. It's upstairs in that house over there. So here's a pull-through spot here. Oh yeah, normally I don't have the map open in the bottom corner down there, but I do have it so you guys can kind of see where we're at. I mean, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Huge map. Yeah, I do have that up just to help us navigate around here. Usually I do play with that off. It does start you off with this. I don't usually use this trailer, but I decided to keep this from the starting fleet. Yeah, a little bale trailer. Anyway, so that comes out down here. Now this over here is the other section of this shed, and this is where when you start off, a lot of your implements will be kept, and I kept a good deal of these. And that also goes back out there to the same area, and there's more back there. Actually, I'll show you that while we're here. Come around at the back where we just were. And down here you'll have a sprayer parked, and that is a liquid fertilizer and herbicide storage right there. You have liquid herbicide and fertilizer storage there, and then you also have, I don't think there's a fuel tank here, but whereas I see that, then I see that over there, and it's not on the map, or is it? Wait, I just hesitated there because what is that then? Oh, it's methane. Okay, yeah, so you got methane. Here is liquid fertilizer and herbicide. There's a BGA here, but you don't start off owning it. It's that little gray rectangle that you don't own right there. You can buy it for like $500,000. Here's the silo. I'll show you the silo. And then right here's the hayloft across from that. And I'll show you that as well. So let's let me close these doors up here. Oops. Let's close this door. Oh, I got it. Okay. So through here, map runs decent though. I was wondering about how it would run. I definitely have a lot of equipment. I'm running a fair amount of mods with a 3060 Ti, 8 gigabytes and 32 gigabytes of RAM on an i7 processor. I'm running this between 50 and 60 frames on high settings, so that gives you an idea. But it's running okay for me. Whoops. And so here's the silo. I really like the setup of the silo. It holds a lot. It holds like 5 million liters. Basically, it holds all you would ever need to hold. And I do have some lime in there, so I did check and make sure it will store lime and solid fertilizer as well as most crops. Not every crop, like it won't hold grapes, right? But it holds all the basic crops. It also holds lime and solid fertilizer. And then your hayloft is over right there. Now, I've shown you a great deal of sheds and stuff like that. Well, a few, but definitely not all of them. Here we have 4 of these. I guess these are for bulk storage, but you could back any number of things out into these. There's one here, one there, and then 2 on the other side just like this. So there's 4 of these, and that's what this building is. What is in the middle? I don't know. I have walked down here, and it's just a long timbered hallway that goes to a dead end. And there's one on each end. Yeah, so that's an interesting building. Maybe it's probably modeled after a real building that I've never seen or something like that. Now, if you go around here, over here's the BGA, and it's just a little empty square inside your farmyard that you don't own, but you can buy it. I think it's like $500,000, and it's got, well, it's a BGA. So it's handy. There's a BGA you can buy right next to your tractor yard. Okay, so that's your little starting tractor park here. Now let's go down to the store. Go down to the store here. It's right up the road. The roads here are really nice. It's really cool. Now, I was kind of looking for another American map. See, I like to farm on American maps because in the game, they always seem to have the biggest, most open fields. Well, typically American maps and Eastern European maps tend to have the biggest, most open fields. And European maps tend to have the tight, windy roads like they actually have in Europe. And I'm not really used to those. Now, here we have big, open fields. However, we do have tight, windy roads, so it's going to limit the size of your equipment a bit, but I'm willing to deal with that because this has these big, huge open fields that I really love. Here is the 100-hectare field, which is, what, 250 acres, I think? Yeah, that's, I mean, this thing wraps around there, back into the distance. One of these would be really cool to own. It costs like $6 million or something to buy, but, and man, you'd have to have some massive equipment to work that thing. But I think it's cool. You don't see a whole lot of maps with fields that big. You see them sometimes, though. I've definitely seen maps with fields that are in the hundreds of hectares. I can think of a couple off the top of my head. One is, crap, I forget the name of it. One, let's drive to the store down here. One I recall, definitely. There's two I forget the name of. And one, it's a Ukrainian map. And Gorbani SVC, that's it. It has enormous fields. It's a 16x map, like a lot of the Eastern European maps are. It's a 16x map, and its fields are ridiculously huge. But the thing with those is they always have something, either they're not detailed or just not finished enough or something, and this map really has a lot of polish, and it has the big fields, but not ridiculously huge like the aforementioned map. Those were quite large. Anyway, moving on. So here's what your field you start off with. A modest 10 hectares, which is great for medium equipment, I think. It's a great starting field size, and I haven't decided what I'm going to plant there yet. Let's drive down here. Oh, this truck has a high top speed. I just noticed that. Yeah, I kind of just got this truck. Let's turn that down. I don't want to put this thing on cruise control and then look down and realize that I'm going like super fast, and I'm trying to turn my cruise control down. That is redonkulous. I like to set my cruise control for trucks at 50, just in case, I hit the cruise control and I'm flying on the road and I don't want to go accidentally too fast. So here's the store. This gate is closed by default. You got to get out and open it, so I just leave it open, but it's really cool. It has a little flashing light and stuff like that. Here is the dealership, and this might eat up some frame rate for some people. All of these vehicles, which are fully modeled, they're not just props. They are actually full vehicles. You just can't drive them as all. But it's a really nice dealership. Everything here is done really, really cool. A full dealership full of John Deere tractors. And the repair shop is out over here. There's more sheds here. I wonder if we can open these. I know from reading the description on the map that there are things in the map that there are features that won't unlock until you buy the properties, because I believe it says in the description to unlock some things you'll have to buy a piece of property and then exit and reload your game. Let's actually go over here. Here's the shop, and it's got a little shop trigger way back there on the left. You can see, and then you can pull in here. That's really nice and cool, and there's plenty of room to get stuff through here. You may have seen a big John Deere in the tractor yard that I've got, and it's got double wheels on it, and I mentioned that because though the roads are kind of tight and twisty here, that tractor that I have, that big John Deere, still gets around everything just fine, and this is easily navigatable here. There's plenty of room to bring, even a road train full of trailers around this corner, and the roads aren't that narrow. Like I said, I've got a decent-sized double-wheeled John Deere, and it gets around fine on the map. And this turn is death. Watch this turn. When you turn out here, the cars here go like 50 miles an hour, and they don't slow down for you. Let's take a trip around that huge field. Actually, yeah, let's do that now. Let's go down there, because I teased that at the beginning of the thing. I want to take a trip around this field because it's a really fun, enjoyable drive, and just the sheer breadth of that field. When you go around it, you're like, if you've seen my previous videos, particularly when I was farming in Big Flats, Texas, I have this thing with big fields. Well, I like farming, and I grew up in farmland, America, so I have a thing with, you know, big, cool fields. And it's not something you see a lot in the game. Most maps in Farming Simulator, and I've seen hundreds of them, the biggest fields usually end up being around 20 hectares. Some maps like Big Flats, Texas has a 50 and a 60 hectare field. Those are pretty big. You don't usually see. Usually 20 is the big ones, especially in European maps. It's rare to see a European map fields this big. Now, we're going to go down south up here at the gas station. We're going to hang a left. And, oh, there is a lime purchase point. I already passed the turnoff for it. Did I? Yeah. I will show you that because I told you we were going to do this. Let's do this first, and then I'll take you down there. Actually. Oh, look how car. Actually, the turn is right here for it. I'm going to show you this because it's way down there, but you have to take this turn to get there. Now, this here is a one-way road, so we're going to go down to this road down here. This is actually where your house is at. Your house, starting house is right here on the right. I'll go down here, and I had to find this place. I wanted to buy lime, so I had to find this place. Let me go into first person. Oh, it's quiet inside this truck. I wanted the experience of driving through the town because this place is really, really, really nice. And right here, down here is you can purchase lime, but also some other fill types, fertilizer like hay and straw and maybe grass. You can buy that stuff here at those little points there. And then this little one-way road here will take you back down here. So let's go drive around that big, huge field. I want to see how long, whoa, watch out for pedestrians. I want to see how long it takes to do a lap of that field. It's a fun drive. It's a fun drive. So let's see here. Oh, I don't have to look left. It's a one-way road. These are all one-way roads that go in a counterclockwise circle here. I'm coming that way, and we're gonna go down to this gas station up here and hang a left, and on our left will be another BGA. There are a lot of sell and production points on this map, like a ridiculous amount. Turn signal off. There we go. I'll show you that on the map too. Here, let's get a wider view of this place. So there's one of the BGAs right there. On the big field I spoke of, it's sunflowers right now, I think, and it'll be up on our left. We're doing a counterclockwise circle around it. Anyway, so that's one town back there. I guess that's Kandelin, and this town up here, I forget what it's called. I'm really bad with German, and I'm not even sure that is German, so I can't really pronounce the names right. So forgive me if I pronounce something wrong here. We want to take this turn here and follow the field around. And yeah, this is oh, imagine farming something like this. You can't even see the other side from here. Totally can't even see the other side from here. So yeah, this is also a great chance to check out some of the scenery of the map. There's roads to get everywhere. I've not been everywhere. I have definitely not been everywhere. I've been on a kind of a lap around, like a lot of it. I've been to there's two real towns, and there's I think a third. It's kind of a town. We'll find out here. This thing is just massive. Oh, there's windmills here. There's some kind of windmill production and something too. The description of the map teases that there's more to figure out, and so we'll have to see about that. There's something to do with windmills here for sure, and these windmills are huge. In fact, this road's going to take us right past the base of this one. But if you all have played Farming Simulator, you all have seen windmills. But they're really cool the way they're done here and integrated into the fields. Yeah, I'm kind of swerving a little bit. Can we even see it from the... Oh, wow, yeah. Scenery here is gorgeous. I've played here a little bit. Yeah, how much playtime do I have on this? Well, I'll check once we get through here. Yeah, you can't even see the top of that thing from in here. Yeah, I can't even pan the camera up. But anyway, if you've seen a windmill, you've seen a windmill. We want to turn... Yeah, we want to turn here. Run through the grass a little bit. Follow this field around. Whoa, there's something I didn't notice before. Bad low-res textures on this. Oh well, that's the only thing I found to stop and criticize. Really, I just kind of caught that. Oh, no big deal. What's one building? I haven't noticed anything else like that. Anyway, go around the southern edge of this field here. Yeah, gorgeous scenery. I don't know much about the edge of the map or the backdrop. It is a pretty big map. I want to say it's got to be 4x if it's got fields this big. See, it doesn't say in the description, but I want to say it's got to be if it's got more than one field that's over 100 hectares. But I mentioned that because I can't see much of the backdrop or the edges because I've only been to one edge of the map. That is one thing I usually do when I judge a map, you know, is I judge it by, you know, how did they do, you know, the edge, how seamless into the background do they make the map. Dang, this thing is big. A map like this, you don't fully get to experience it until I've farmed one of these huge, huge fields. I guess that's the goal. Come on, I'm just trying to go along the southeastern edge of this field here. And here we are. This is right here. I think we're getting close to that other town, the southeastern town on the map. Of course, it's not the southeastern corner of the map. It's just the southeastern most of the towns. It's over there somewhere. Go around the corner of this. We'll take a trip down there. Or something. We'll see how much time have I got here. So, oh, wow. Now we're still kind of going up this corner of the field. Whoa. Here's the town up here on my 1 o'clock, I think, actually. Yeah, I thought it was... I thought it was farther than I was. Jeez. Okay. So, yeah, this field's got a real back end on it. There's the town. I thought it was already like past this point. Here's where we get to this corner here. Oh, and I just realized I'm not using the cruise control, so I'm going faster than my allotted 50 miles an hour. And let's see. Oh, that's the field there, so. Yeah, all the way down to this other town. So I don't know how long it takes to make a lap because I haven't been looking at my timer there, but it takes a minute. Now, what's the name of this town? I would just pronounce it wrong. Yeah, I'm not going to try. I would just embarrass myself and pronounce it wrong. That's one reason, oddly enough. A couple of reasons I usually avoid European maps. I can't pronounce this stuff. Luckily, this one's not too bad with that. I do like, for instance, I like Polish maps. I know I can't begin to pronounce Polish. And a lot of times, all of the locations and sell points and everything are in Polish. And since I can't begin to pronounce them, I'm like, this map is not too bad. When you look at that, and I'll pull up the map here once we get around this field. The places have pretty decent names. Not that that's really any kind of thing, but sometimes I stay away from European maps. And it's also usually because of the roads. I'm used to America, where we have room for big stuff. You can run big equipment. But you see, this is not too bad at all. There's plenty of room here. In fact, I've driven the John Deere that I've got at the tractor yard. I've driven that down these. Just kind of rambling on as I'm... Oh, here we got a good view of the field, kind of. You can see to the other side, I think. It's taken a lot longer than I thought to drive around this. A lot longer than I thought to drive around this. Oh, let's slow down here. And I think this is the... Yeah, and then there's the BGA. So that's how long that takes. Let's have a look at this on the... So on the map, it does... Well, it takes a minute to save. Yeah, this map takes a minute, at least on my PC. It takes a minute to load, and it takes a minute to save. Okay, not a minute, but you know what I mean. It takes a second to save. Usually, one thing I check is there any frame drop when I do this? And here, there's not. What about when I switch to field status? Because that usually takes a second to load. No, it actually popped right up. No, that's actually... Oh, no. Yeah. That's how you can tell a big map, because it takes a second to load the soil composition. And my computer, you can't hear it, but it's cranking. Yeah, it's a big map, all right. So here on the side of the map, there's this legend, which, of course, that may as well be Greek. I can't make sense of what any of that is, but that's okay, because I don't know what these colored dots refer to. Oh, you know what? I see. They're hidden by the clusters of icons. There's little maps here, but that's okay, because I don't know what any of that is. But these cell points all have decent, understandable names, which works for me. But look how many of them there are. There's this town here, and then, you know, this town here. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of places have duplicates, I think. And then here's the other little town. Wow, these things are just stacked in here. earth fruit, seeds and animal feed. And then, can I click on that? Can I zoom in anymore? What's that third one? Fertilizer, lime, and windrow delivery. Okay, that's the same place as over here. So it's a duplicate of this place right here. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good it has duplicates of places because it is a big map. It's good that it has duplicates of things. So yeah, that's why it took so long to drive around this field, because this is not on the southeastern edge. I was thinking that town was here. It's just east. It's actually kind of central on the map, really. Actually, it's kind of northeast central on the map. Geez, and the map goes actually way down here. I've never even been down here. In fact, you know, I just noticed, what the heck is this down here? This must be sawmill or mine shaft. Whoa. So guys, you want to take a trip down there? Because I didn't even know this stuff was down here. I haven't been down here. How do we get down there? Go back down that field, or we can go through town where I haven't been and go down the east side of field 29. So let's, I'm down to check this out. Let's see, I'm actually going to go, I'm just going to go ahead and park the truck here. And let's grab a tractor, just because tractors are more fun. All right, let's grab my big John Deere, because I figure, well, we'll see that even a big tractor can actually maneuver these roads, and this guy's fun to drive. So let's take a trip across the map on, this is, I mean, I could make this tractor wider. I wouldn't recommend going any wider than this. Whoa. I wouldn't recommend making a tractor any wider than this. So let's take a trip down here, down past the shop, and see some more scenery here. Yeah, it's going to be too hard. I was going to drive it like this, but this is going to be way too hard to see. Let's drive it out here, and we see more scenery this way. Let's see if I can keep it. Now, one thing I like to take advantage of on maps is locking my angle, like I just did there. And it snaps to 60 degrees, and almost ran me into a tree. And what I was getting at there is most maps, and I am used to driving on American maps, have roads that go 90 degrees, you know, up and down, left and right. This map doesn't, so if you want to stay on the roads, you got to always be on the steering wheel. But that's cool. It's more like an organic, you know, it gives a little bit more character that the roads aren't just straight, and that is how it is. Those of you who live in America know that is how farmland America is. It's long, straight roads at right angles. So this is more interesting, I guess. And even this big tractor doesn't have much of a problem getting around here. So here we're going to go past the shop and see some new stuff. I think I know where to turn down here to go down around where we're going. We'll see some more of the map. And once we get out of the trees, I can zoom out a little bit more so we can see more around the tractor. But right now I'm just trying to stay down under the trees and not hit these cars. Back in my lane here. The traffic here moves a little fast when you hang a left turn onto the road, for sure. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful fields. A lot of sunflower fields here. This map has all the regular crops, and it has rye. Oh, you know, I'm going to have to count this map. But there's one small little thing that bugs me, actually. You know, I try to think of points of criticism. Well, that's a pretty little ditch over there on the left side of the road. Very picturesque. There is one little thing that bugs me, and I try to find those in the map. I try to find what are the things that, you know, well, what are the points I could criticize on it. And there's one thing, and I'll get to that. I'm going to get off the road so I don't cause traffic to back up behind me here. So we're going to poke a right around this field here. I think there's some cool stuff to see down here. There's a lot of stuff, actually, to see that I have not seen. For instance, you know, obviously the place we're going now, I totally just passed my turn up, and I already have a line behind me. Yeah, the traffic moves kind of fast. Look out, car. Alright. Well, that's cool. Give them a chance to pass me. I was all talking until they passed up the turn. Alright, let's pull off the road here, and I'll show you. This is one thing that bugs me. I don't know why some maps do this. This map does this, and that is they have custom icons. Oh, you know what? The reason it bugs me is because I have to relearn what all these icons are. It doesn't seem like a big thing, but the thing is, why replace the icons? The icons, the regular FS22 icons, are fine and they work, so why replace them? And where it gets me is in places like here, when I say go to buy a header, and it has all these icons like down here. Now, that's a regular header. I know what it harvests, you know, wheat, oats, barley, canola, soybeans, and I guess that's sorghum. See, yeah, that's the thing. I know what these are, but on some things, there may be some vehicle or something I don't know, and then I have all these foreign icons, and I got to learn them all again. I said it's a small pet peeve, and it is a small pet peeve, but it's like, why would they do that? You know, why? I don't know, but they did. Small thing that's annoying, but, you know, if I'm going to judge them out, you know, I'm going to look at, you know, but I haven't found any other nuisances. I mean, I've looked at probably at least 50 maps since I started my other series trying to find where I might want to farm next, and all of them had one thing that I was like, no, but this map really does hit a lot of stuff, and I haven't seen, you know, a lot of stuff that's on this map I still haven't seen. But it's gorgeous here, you know. Hey, gorgeous scenery is definitely one thing I look for. Now, I remember the road to this town is like much further away than you think it is. That's why I think this is probably a 4X map. Look out for the car, because I don't know why I'm debating that. Because some maps, I've seen some regular 2X maps that, or, you know, 2 kilometer maps, whatever you want to call them, regular size, right? Seen some regular size maps that feel big just because of the way the roads are or something. But this one legitimately takes a long time to get from place to place. And let's see, one thing, there's no collectibles here, if you're wondering about that, because it's always like one of the first things I look at on the map. No collectibles, but that doesn't bother me. It's no big deal, but just an FYI, it doesn't have any. Imagine finding collectibles on a map that's this big and diverse. The biggest one I can recall off the top of my head, very good map, Kandelin. That's a great map. It's a 4X map, and it's got collectibles, but they're actually marked on the map if you look closely. So, you know, yeah, because where would you even start to look for collectibles on a map this size? I did a series on Kandelin, but it's on my other YouTube page, my other YouTube channel. I kind of did a mini series there, but Farming Simulator didn't do real well on that YouTube channel, which is why I made season 29. And so maybe I could do a series there on this channel. So here is the farthest east town, and I can't pronounce it because I don't even know what that one letter is, so I won't try. And so here's this little town. This is only my second time coming through here. Look out, guys, big tractor coming through. These are cool little towns. I think a place like this could be cool to live if you walked everywhere. I would hate to have to drive through places like this every day. I'm used to big open spaces, but it would be cool to walk through here. Now, where are we going? We're headed south through this, apparently. Whoa, let's get out of the way of this car. But see, yeah, I can take a double-wheeled tractor even through this town. There's enough room to get by the stuff, which is cool. Because with fields this big, yeah, you're going to need big equipment. So there we can see, and that's one reason I wanted to take this tractor down here. You can get it even through the busy little towns. Now, I wish the roads were marked on this map, but they're not. Just kind of got to guess where they are by the gaps in the fields, but that can be misleading. For instance, it looks like there's roads here and here, but there's not. There's no road there. So you kind of got to just guess and know where they're at. So that could possibly be an improvement to the map, is if they added roads to the map. So we're actually going to want to continue on the right fork to the next town, and we're going to turn left after field 26. So I already kind of went... No, I think this is the right way. I thought there was a fork that I took the other way on, but I don't think so. Wait. No. It's just a big-ass map. Yeah. Now, well, I was going to say, now I kind of wish I'd stayed in the GMC, but no, now I know that this will fit through even the tight inner city roads. There's enough of a sidewalk you can get up there and still get this through. I mean, come on, you need a tractor like this for some of these fields. And I've seen some European maps, you know, like in Germany and such, with big fields, but there's always some other thing that makes me change my mind on playing it. Sometimes a map with big fields with this much space is made, and you can tell, like specifically for multiplayer, which I don't do, and I stay away from those, and that's because they often have way more resources and things than a single player needs, and more places to visit than you'll ever visit. This has enough of that where this would this would accommodate multiple players, but at the same time, this is not too big for a single player, just for whatever reason, because there's maybe the fields are big enough that there's not too many. You know, I've seen many maps with like 300 really big fields, and it's like, it's not even, you know, it's pointless to even do that as a single player because I won't see more than a quarter of the map. Something about this one is set up right. Wow, that guy's flying. Something about this is set up right so that it's not too big. It's just enough to be a nice little drive. And luckily these towns do have, you know, I'm sure there's multiples of some of the sell points and everything. I don't think this is big though it is, and though there are multiples of some things, I don't think it's too big for one person to enjoy. So let's check out what's down here at the south of this map. Now I've never been down here, so now we're going south from that central town. Let's check out what's down here. This tractor has a high top speed. I turned my cruise control down there down to 26 because, well, I'm not using it now. I'm just hitting the gas pedal. But yeah, I wish this tractor didn't have such a high top speed. I like my stuff a little more realistic, but hey, it's getting us where we want to go, so I can't complain. And well, I'm trying to see the sights, and I'm kind of swerving a bit. I'm trying to kind of see around here a little bit. Oh, that's a cool cornfield. How big is that field? Well, let's hop out real quick. Well, don't run away without me, tractor. I just want to see. That would normally be a, you know, a good sized. So that's 25 hectares. That's a big field on most maps. I like when there's options to stretch my legs and farm something really big and huge. You know, I like when I have the option. Let's continue down here. I want to see this mine shaft. I was looking at the map and I saw those vehicles parked down there. Let's see, can I get a better view? Nah, the trees are kind of in the way. The trees are beautiful, but they're restricting me from kind of zooming out more. I saw those vehicles parked down there, and I was like, "Ooh, I didn't even see this." Not only have I not been there, you know, I haven't even scrolled down to that end of the map yet. Let's see. We're going to see some stuff up here. Well, I think it's still a bit up here because there was like a forest. I thought it might be a sawmill or something. There's the forest. This has got to be a 4X map. It's so big. I mean, it's the right file size for one, but then the other map I'm doing that series in Baldacana, which I have a lot of fun there. I've been playing there for a while. That map is about 1 gigabyte in size, and it's not 4X. It's a regular size. I think I don't have any way to really know except how big it seems, and it feels like a regular size map, but it's 1 gigabyte. All right, so this is, man, there's just interesting sell points and places everywhere you go. I can't say I've caught anything that looks like it's been, you know, duplicated or stamped. You know, some places have just like the same stamped production, you know, buildings in places, and I can't say I've seen any of that here. It hasn't caught my eye anyway. Everything looks original and well done. Is there going to be a way through this? No, this is the edge of the map, so we're going to have to look for, can I make this turn? Not really. Oh, yeah, kind of ish. I was looking for a way through the forest. Because there's no roads in the map, we're going to have to kind of guess, but it does look like there's a trail here I can take. Let's see if we can fit this big boy through here and how bumpy this might get. Let's see here. Oh, kind of dark in here. Okay, we are going to go this way. This is kind of where it looked like it was. This is kind of a cool little view through the forest here. Yeah, no point in having the camera outside the vehicle here. We wouldn't be able to see anything. Okay, there's where we're going. Will this take us there? Yeah, I think it will. I think this will take us right there. I want to see what's up here. Wow, doing forestry in here would be difficult, man. How would you even see with an external camera? This is what you would see. Oh, well, I guess we can kind of see. From the inside of the cab, it looks like we're just being absolutely just covered with these branches. So here's this here. Oh, this is cool. Let's hop out and have a look at this. Oh, I was like, what's that noise? Oh, it's this. Oh, very cool. Very cool. This map does have a fair amount of required mods. 12, I think. But again, this map is on the mod hub, and so are all of those. When you download off the mod hub, it will just prompt you to download like 12 mods. One of them I noticed is kind of sizey. I didn't look at the other ones, but a gigabyte map. Kind of lost my train of thought there. This map is just a PC map, so if you're playing on PC, extra storage for the extra mods really isn't a thing. I mentioned that because I started playing Farming Simulator a few years ago. I started on PlayStation, and their size of mods is definitely a thing, because I remember on PlayStation you can only have like 4 gigabytes worth of mods, and this map would eat up a huge chunk of that in addition to the 12 required to run it, but on a computer it's really not a big deal. Anyway, so where are these vehicles parked? I just wanted to see what all was down here. There they are. I'm guessing they're not drivable. They're not counted in our own vehicles. I just wanted to see what was down here. Well, yeah, but they're full modeled vehicles. They're not just props. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's lots of cool touches and things like that here. Let's see if we can get back to the road and I guess tie this episode up. You know, this is a really cool map. I wanted to show you guys and see what you think about it. You know, I'm thinking about farming here. I've put a lot of time here already kind of picking out. I started this as if I was going to do a playthrough. I've already put some time into it. For instance, downloading mods. I wanted, whenever I do a new map, I like to pick out, you know, what tractors and what kind of equipment I might want to use there and stuff like that. Whoops, a little bumpy there. I've clearly already done that. I've already put the time into finding this and other tractors that I want to use here. I always like to have my own kind of custom things. You know, after a few thousand hours of playing the game, the tractors that come with the game get a bit old. I mean, of course, you know, that's why we have, you know, mods we can download. So I've already set up kind of my starting fleet for this, between this John Deere, the New Holland you saw me driving earlier, and I have a cool old Case IH tractor I'm using as a loader. In addition, because I needed a tractor to mow as well, I bought just a regular old John Deere. But anyway, I've put the time into, what I'm saying is I've put the time into getting a fleet together for a playthrough here. So that tells me I'll probably likely end up, you know, doing a series here. So tell me what you think about that. I'd like to get out of this forest. Will this road lead us out? Let's go this way. Let's go this way and see. Whoa. Wow, this is a big forest. I mean, this is a seriously, big forest. I think eventually, yeah, but this may take us out, but then the question is there a road on the other side? Well, let's find out. Let's find out here. It's taking us somewhere. Does this go anywhere? Whoa. See, this is one of those ambiguous places in the map. Let's just drive through this, where there's probably a gap in the fields, but no road. No, not really. It looks like there could be, and I think there is a road there though. I think that's one of the ones. I think it's a dirt road that I actually took down, expecting there to be a road here, but there wasn't. So I think if we go between these fields, we'll catch a road up here, and that's cool because we can see some of the. Oh, here's one thing. Notice the space in between the fields is not just. I've remarked on this before about maps, how a lot of maps just have just grass in between the fields, and it looks like just like a perfectly manicured golf green everywhere there's not fields, and it doesn't feel real. Here they've gone in and put the time to put in shrubs and flowers and stuff like that. There's none of that, just flat manicured golf green in between the fields. There was one particular map that I decided not to play because it had that look, and it was a really good map too, by a really good and popular map maker, DJ Modding, I think. And it was the map was North Carolina or something. I think it was a big American map. I believe it was DJ Modding. I think it was North Carolina or something. Beautiful map. I ultimately decided not to play it because there was. It sounds silly, but trust me. Because there was no flowers or shrubs or anything between the fields, you'd get to all the space between the fields, and it seriously looked like you were on a golf course. And I was like, it was throwing my immersion like way off. And I was like, nah. And because of that, you know, I just decided not to play it. But there's so many maps for Farming Simulator 22. Here we go. Here's the road. There's so many maps. You got to have strict standards. Otherwise, I'd end up playing everywhere and never getting anything done. You know, so I like to find a map that I want to spend some real time on. This is a nice road here. Oh, I totally forgot. I can fold my tractor lights out. There we go. I totally forgot I can fold those little guys down there. They're all staring me in the face, and I completely... This is one of the tractors where you can do that. Have the American-style fold-down lights. Wow, this is a gorgeous map. Well, kind of a pretty time of day, too. 5:30, so we kind of... Yeah, I get the headlights on. It's just kind of... It's not getting dark, but, you know, you can really see the contrast of the greens and blues and stuff. Well, I'm going to start heading back towards home. You know, a map like this, there's no collectibles, but man, there's still so much to see. So we've only driven around a small part of it. Really, all of our driving was... Okay, no, a decent amount. We've seen... yeah, this is a big... That's as far as I can zoom out. That's a big map. So we drove from here to here to here to here and around this field. So yeah, we've seen kind of most of it, really. There's still some stuff I haven't seen. Yeah, there's still stuff in this map. And it'll be like, ooh, what the heck is that? Oh, there's a sawmill. Yeah, there's a sawmill there. Methane, I have no idea what the methane's for. Yeah, I do. There was some, actually, yeah, there was some mention of corn drying in the description. So somewhere amongst all this, there's a corn dryer and a whole system that supports that. And I also saw something about containers selling down here. So there's something to do with that. I don't know. There's a lot to discover here. Look, in the middle of this huge field, there is a... Yeah, I haven't driven out there and seen what's out there yet. I have been out through Field 11 a bit, and this little island out here is cool. Because Field 11, this field is so big, when you drive out here on this peninsula, this is actually a really cool place to be. Maybe, can we buy property out here? Yeah, actually, we can. We can buy that little house right... I wonder what happens when we buy that house. I wonder if something unlocks or something. Or is that a field? Am I just stupid and that's a field? No, it looks like a little house or something. Don't know what's there, but we can buy that little plot of land. Well, I say that because this is a cool little peninsula. When you drive out here and you're just surrounded on like 270 degrees by crops. Yeah. Oh, that is a little field. No, I see. It's a little tiny brown patch. I want to buy that field and I wonder if I can buy a house or something there. I'm going to go have to check that out in my own time. I advise you guys maybe try it out as well. Oh, that's why I left the truck. So I guess I'll end this video. And before I do, one thing that I kind of never do, but people ask me, because people are probably going to ask about this tractor, because let's face it, this tractor is absolutely really cool. So before I go, I will show you the tractor before anyone asks. And this way I can just say, I linked it at the end of the video. So this is the tractor here. The mod is John Deere 8440 by, here's the author. I got it off of, it's a recent upload to King Mods. So just go to kingmods.net and John Deere 8440. And then that's enough of the author name that should pick it up for you. And it's a pretty recent upload. So if you're curious about that, there's that. And if you're curious about the John or the GMC, because it's also really cool, there. And that's also a recent upload. I kind of went through some of the recent uploads to kingmods.net. That's where I got my mods from. It's only the only mods that are there are either on ModHub or they're posted by the original authors. So it's not one of those mirror sites. You know, it's a good, reliable resource for quality mods. Anyway, but you can just go and look that up. That's the name of this tractor if you're curious. I kind of want to go check out that peninsula. It's got to be a beautiful place. I might see about getting some land out there. Buying that tiny field, maybe. It could be kind of a fun little project field. What with, I've got some extra money after selling some of the starting equipment I didn't want and buying the equipment that I do want. I got some extra money. So you can see this is a gorgeous, gorgeous map. And, wow, just endless hundreds of acres. I mean, and literally, yeah, two of these fields, two of them for sure are over, one's over 200, one's over 300 acres. This field right here, yeah, is just, man, there's like all the farming you could ever want here at this map. I'll have it linked in the description. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get back to my field, or back to my tractor farm, and see if I can get some farming done. Actually, now it's late at night, so we're going to go into September 2nd, and I'm going to figure out what I want to plant on our field over there. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.